Hello everybody, Sam and Chad here, back again with another Game Maker tutorial. In this episode, we're going to make our player from the shooter game we're making fire his bullets, and we're going to add our first enemy. The first thing that we're going to need is our bullet sprite, which in this case is a laser. So let's make a new sprite. I'm going to call this SPR underscore the player laser. Whoops. And then we press load sprite. Now inside of our shooter resources folder, in our graphics, I'm going to go ahead and select our player laser because after all that's what this sprite will be for. And I'm going to center its origin, just so when we're firing it, its center 0 position is in the middle of the sprite. Now let's make an object for it. Let's just click the create an object button. I'm going to name this obj underscore player bullet, or laser actually, since it is a laser. So what do we want this laser to do? Well, when we shoot it, since our player is traveling up, we want the bullet to go up as well. So add event, create. So when this bullet is created, we're going to set its direction to up, and I want this to move pretty quickly. So our player moves at a speed of 5. This is going to move at a speed of 10. We're just going to press OK. Now that's all we really need for now. We don't need it to collide. Now that's all we really need for now. There's nothing else to do so far. So I'm just going to press OK. In the object player though, we're going to need him to shoot it. So I'm going to make it so when we press the space bar, I'm going to say, or even if you want to make it a letter, you can go into these letters and choose one of them. Like if you want to make it X or Z. Actually, I might make it Z. So when you press the Z key, we're going to create the bullet, or the laser, at X0, Y0. Now, remember that relative is kind of like an addition symbol. If we don't check relative, then it's going to spawn this at X0, Y0. If we check relative, it's going to add this number and add this number to the player's current X and Y position and spawn it there. So I'm just going to check relative and press OK. Now our player's origin isn't at this top center point. We can kind of cheat here and set the origin, but if you want to do it, I suppose, the proper way, what you can do is set this to the point where you want him to shoot the bullet. Then you can kind of copy and paste this like 45 and 82, and then set this relative position there. I'm actually just going to center this, and then we're going to add however much Y there will be to get this bullet to spawn at the top center. So I'm just going to press OK. Now let's try out our game. Alright, we can move around, and when we press the Z key, as I did it, it's going to shoot a bullet. This works perfectly. Now if you wanted to make this create the bullet at the tip right there, in the object player, when you're pressing the Z key, let's add, I'm just gonna say, actually let's take away 10 pixels from the Y position. So it's gonna take the X center, and it's gonna take away 10 pixels from the Y center where it creates it, or it's gonna create it at that position. Alright. Now you can see that it's kind of creating it a little bit higher up. Alright, that's good enough for me. Let's close. Alright, now we have to make our enemy. Our enemy is going to move down slowly from the top of the screen and fire bullets at you at a repeated rate. It's going to fire bullets in a straight line. So first things first, obviously, we have to get a sprite for the enemy. So I'm going to name this SPR underscore enemy. I'm going to name it enemy 1, just in case we add more later. Now let's load sprite, and let's take this in the ships folder, the red long enemy, and press OK. Actually, let's go ahead and center the origin so it's right in the middle. Let's press OK there. Alright, we're going to create an object for the enemy, so it's going to be obj underscore enemy1. And we're going to set its sprite to the enemy sprite. Now we want this to move down from the top of the screen once it spawns. So we're going to set the create event when this enemy is created. We're going to make it move in the fixed direction down. And I'm going to say at a speed of, let's just say 3 or 4. And let's press OK. Alright, now we have this enemy. And if we go into our room and put the enemy into the scene, I'm just going to put it there into the room. When we run the game, we're going to see this ship. It's actually moving pretty fast, but going down towards the bottom of the screen. I'm going to quickly amend that. So 3 should be good. Let's press OK and run it again. And there we have it. We have our ship that can shoot bullets, and we have our little enemy ship going down towards the bottom of the screen. Well, that does it for this episode. If you have any problems or questions or comments, just leave it in the comment section below. We'd love to help out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and in the next episode, we're going to make the enemy shoot and perhaps even make the player take damage. Thanks for watching.